These are the ways of Purple Dragon. These are the ways of Danjitsu. Keep these ways in everything you do. These are the ways, Professor's ways of Purple Dragon.
Well, first I must say, George, thanks to your TV station for carrying this and for helping us to expose our work. We thank you all so much for this. But this really, this move is really truly the P in Purple Dragon. The P represents a painful, purging but purification process. When you live in a place all your life and you sing songs like the great Calypsonians sing Trinity to the bone and all kinds of stuff, and you really believe it, and I will always be a Trinity to the bone, but the time has come where you want to do so much more for your school and for your country that it becomes difficult to be able to expedite effectively from Trinidad alone. So I would be moving to the United States, where we're going to be setting up an office in Florida. Why Florida? Because it's warm, and 2 is 3.5 hours away from home. But we're going to be setting Purple Dragon up there so that we could spread martial arts throughout North America and basically off to Europe. Because we really feel that we could give a lot more if we operate in, not just from Trinidad, but from a base that would give us more options. And a base where people understand the work. George, after practicing martial arts here and teaching, practicing for 50 years and teaching for 43, I'm so thankful for the birth that Trinidad and Tobago has given to me. They give birth to me, they give life to me. And many of my fans and my family and friends and students, all I could say to them is thank God for them. Not just thank you, but thank God for you. And on my journey to move back and forth from the United States to Trinidad and Tobago, as I say, is a painful, not in a negative way, only because I have to leave my mom and my sister and my students and my family members and stuff, to move. And sometimes you're far away, and I'm used to being out the country, but to be out the country in a different way now, where you have a different address, where you have a different address. I'll still have my address in Trinidad, but that is something else. It's a kind of funny feeling in your chest. It's hard to explain because you don't know what you're going into. Because here, everybody is here. Anywhere I walk, somebody can give you some food. Anywhere you walk, you can go by any Trini that is close to you and they're ready to cook, they're ready to let's do this, let's do that. So the kind of love and the culture is something else. But to go into the American culture, where it's quite different, is more clinical, is something that I have to relearn again. I have to learn how to drive over there. My wife, she's the one who drives me when I'm over there now, but I have been driven every time I've been going to the States from since I was 16 or before I've been going to the States, but people always drive me or take care of me or show me how to get around. So I never had the opportunity to learn to drive in America. So now, next year I'll be 60 and now I'm going to learn to drive over there, how to get around, make new friends, new associates, develop new students. So it's like when I started Purple Dragon in the early, 69, 70, it's like starting that again at this stage, but I'm more mature. I think I'm more ready, and I think I could be more effective in helping people who want to get help. And when I say want to get help, in terms of they have the skill, they have the talent, they have whatever it is, and maybe going to the States or Europe or so would be a way for us to better market Trinidad and Tobago and Purple Dragon to the world through Danjitsu, our indigenous system. George, if you know the kind of fight that I had to fight to be able to get a little bit of recognition here in Trinidad and Tobago, it was really tough. More than 25 or 30 years ago, twice I was an honorary citizen, made honorary citizen of Alameda, California, honorary citizen of several other countries around the world. And it takes 40 years before I get any kind of national award here. And with about 3 attempts, I never made attempts. I mean, people is who made the attempt. I never asked. People just rally around the whatever, and they say, you know, they call me in. So going to this new pilgrimage, this new journey, I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to see how far Purple Dragon could grow. I would like to, I always say that, you know, people could take up a gi, Trinidadians who practice in Purple Dragon, and they could go to New York and find a Purple Dragon. They could go to the UK and find one. They could go to Australia. They could go to different Cayman Islands, different countries. But now we would like to know people could go to Japan and find a Purple Dragon. We would like to know people could go, you know, to different, you know, to France, to you know, Italy, to, you know, different parts of the United States and so on, and find a Purple Dragon. So we are really excited about our expansion program. I'm thankful for my wife to, you know, I always wanted to do that, but I just keep coming back to Trinidad. But now I'm married to American and stuff like that, and she's inspiring me and encouraging me and helping me to make all of this, you know, possible. So we already locate a place in Florida. You know, we have a home there, you know, and a lot of good things are happening. A lot of good things are happening, and I'm really, really excited about where Purple Dragon could go. I'm hoping that the powers that be in Trinidad and Tobago would help martial arts in a different way, because now they're seeing for themselves that it's a great opportunity, George, not to lose your good guys. I'm not trying to brag that I'm no good guy or so. I'm just talking, maybe blowing my own horn, but I've done things in this country no other martial artist will do in my lifetime. None. You bring them together, none. I mean, I remember the days when I was building martial arts. I used to stand in front of YD Lima on Frederick Street. There was a little place called YD, a jewelry store called YD Lima on Frederick Street. And I would stand there, have a little piece of cardboard with pictures on it, and I would stand there. YD Lima would give me a little opportunity to stay there for 2 weeks to promote a show. We had to apply to them, and we would stay on the pavement and I would walk up and down in front there selling tickets, you know, for shows and promoting martial arts and so on. It was just awesome. Now martial arts people here don't stand on the pavement and sell no tickets. They don't know about that. I used to teach martial arts for $2.50, and the little money you get, you just pay back the rent, pay the rent for $6 a month, and you're buying a little toilet paper and a little old punching bag with the money to help kids come off the streets, and you know, things like that. $6 a month was the rent, and $2.50. Nobody not going to do that now, George. You know, so the kind of the investment that we made. I used to make gis. I used to sew the gis for people. You know, they bring the cloth, they pay $8 for the cloth, and I sit down with this little old machine and I sew in gi for the little fellas, you know, so that we could build up. And those days was really rough because, you know, it was the Chinese was popular. So it had the Chinese Association people, and those boys were the ones people were looking up to. You had the guys in Woodbrook who, you know, people were looking up to them. And I was like the black sheep, you know. But now, today, all those guys say that I was fly by night, I'm a fraud, I'm a sheep in wolf clothing. All kinds of names I was called. Now, I'm the one who writing books all over the world. I'm the one who carrying Purple Dragon, Trinidad and Tobago flag all over the world. We have been to more than 50 countries. Just recently, you know, we came back from China, a tour. In China, you came and covered that tour in the airport. We have a book that's going to be out on that China tour within the next, I would say the next month. That book will be out, When Dragons Collide in China. So a lot of great things happening because we're taking our culture, our Purple Dragon fighting style. And when we go, we take the music, because the guys play the music for the people, soca and calypso. We tell people about our country. Nobody knows this. Nobody sees this. When we're in Africa and people say, where you from? And I say, Trinidad. Sometimes I have to tell them Brian Lara country. Brian Lara country for them to know where it is, because they only know Brian Lara and Queen's Park Oval. And Brian Lara is a hero in India. He's a hero in Nepal. He's a hero in some parts of Africa where I went to. And I didn't know that until I get there and had a different understanding for people like Brian Lara. He's a hero. And when I say hero, people talk, but they doesn't understand. Sometimes we have to fly for 50 hours. And when you fly for 50 hours, you get off a plane. And when you get off the plane, you have to go on the floor and start to work in front of a camera. And you're tired with a 16-hour time change. And then people come back, when you come back in the airport, you win some trophies or some medals and you come back. Sometimes the immigration people say, you all buy that or what? You know, when you're coming back to Trinidad to greet that kind of behavior. A lot of officers are not like that these days. They're starting to become more mature, more refined, and they're understanding how to appreciate the people who are working hard for the country. But it was a lot of insults. I was the first Trinidadian to ever be inducted in the World Martial Arts Hall of Fame in Akron, Ohio. And BWE was popular those days, and the plaque, it was in the cardboard box that they had packaged. And they say, we don't want no cardboard box on our plane. Like that, you have to, you know, and I rest the plaque that I had won for Trinidad and Tobago, and I leave it on the floor in Kennedy Airport, and I was going on the plane. I say, it's okay, this is the national airline, and I'm doing something for my country, and they're saying they can't take this for me to bring it back for the people of Trinidad and Tobago to see it. I leave it on the floor. A guy was traveling with me, his name is Anthony Thompson, one of my students. He went out and buy some bags quickly in the airport in Kennedy and pack it in the bag so they will take it in the airport. And I was going to leave it there. But that is the experience you have flying with your national airline, with your stewardess, your national people, with your, you know. So the amount of pressure that we went through to build Purple Dragon and the insults that we take to build Trinidad. And many times when I used to fight when I was younger, people didn't know my name. They used to say, go Trinidad, go. My name was Trinidad. People come in to see the Trinidadian guy fight, you know, when I was younger. And then they get to know my name gradually. So my name was Don Jacob from Trinidad. But first it was the Trinidad guy who was jumped, the black one with the afro. Well, them days I had an afro, you know, those days. And it was really exciting to perform at Madison Square Garden and to do things that no Trinidadians have ever done and will never do in this time. Because when I used to go to the States to learn, it was just $250, $300 for a ticket to go to America, to go to New York. Now to go to New York, I bet it's about $6,000 or $7,000. It was $300. So that is the times I'm talking about. So even though a young fella and to get a US visa wasn't that hard. Now, if you have to get a US visa since after 9/11, I mean, a lot of my students wants to go to America and they can't even go. Simply because they can't get a visa because, you know, a lot of 9/11 changed the world. So the security has changed. So a lot of opportunities that would have been there for good guys is not easily met unless you could prove that, you know, you have the right intention to go to the States or to go to Canada. And the only reason I was able to go to all those places is because of my martial arts talent. If I didn't have my martial arts, I didn't know what I was going to do. I'd like to say to all my fans, family, friends, and students, I love you. I'm not leaving you. I'm just, you know, I'm just moving to do something different. But, you know, much love, much respect, and I know that the good guys that we have in Trinidad and Tobago will carry on. And if I come back to Trinidad, I am expecting to see Purple Dragon better and stronger than I leave it. I love you guys. Thank you.